right, y'all. Welcome back to Rich Chill and Play. Welcome back to the Cleveland Browns franchise. And we officially in the offseason. We lost our first wild card game to the Baltimore Ravens. That rivalry there, it was going up and down. We beat them the first game. I think it was week 7. Um, the last week 18, they beat us on a controversial defensive pass interference, and Lamar Jackson ran it in for a touchdown, won a division for them. And we met them again in the playoffs, and they just got the best of us. I think it was 21 to 29 that they was able to win. Turnovers got the best of us. So now we're in the off season, and we are in staff week. And one of the things that we did was we went and we got ourselves a new coach. Thank you, Kevin Stefanski. You did the best that you could. But as a new owner, I'm trying to take this team to another level and get a leader of men. And I did that. I did that by bringing in Mike Tomlin. I think he run his course with the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think after all those winning seasons that he was just handicapped by not being able to compete in the playoffs. And what can you say? Yes, he went to a division team. He came to the Browns, but that's because he believed in what we're building here. And if you want to be able to compete with the ones in that division, if you want to compete with a Joe Burrow, if you want to compete with a Lamar Jackson, then you have to feel like you have something on the rise. And maybe he sees something in Shador of what he wasn't getting with the Steelers since being Roethlisberger, and that's a quarterback. So we brought him in. Now he has to evaluate what he wants to do with this staff. Josh Morton, I feel like he has to keep him. Josh Morton ranked first or second in mostly all categories when it came to defense. Defense was one of the major things that kept us in this game. In most of all of our games, we have the talent. He did a great job developing. Look at what happened to Mike Hall Jr. Look at what happened with Carson Schwarzenegger. I didn't think Justin Simmons was going to come in and do what he did, but he brought him in. Made the move to move Isaiah Simmons to nickel. That was a great move. Made the move to trade for Jordan Brooks. Great move. We bring this defensive coordinator back to run it back. He earned that. Will Hudson, I think he's an awesome offensive coordinator. I think that he ran some great plays, and I think we was number one in rushing for sure. And I think we was very high up, a top 5 on the offensive side. Only thing that hurt us was the turnovers. And it could be play calling, it could be a lot of things, but turnovers hurt us. But I think it's a dynamic guy that's out there that we can bring in, a quarterback guru. And I believe his name is Self Henry. Self Henry has quite a few talents. He runs a vertical power run, but he runs that Los Angeles Chargers playbook, which means he worked with Justin Herbert. And some of the things is he can focus on outside running. He can that run block for the receivers, which we need more blocking to help those running backs. Good stamina, acceleration. He's good with the power run. Like I said, he's good. It's about blocking schemes and getting those running backs the ability to do more than what they was doing last year. And a quarterback guru. I like it. Boost the throw on the run. That's what got us a lot of interceptions, having to get go on the run, and the accuracy just wasn't there. Throws under pressure. Another one. Be able to do what we saw Lamar do in that playoff game, and a defender can be nose hair away from him, and he's delivering perfect balls. But it's Lamar Jackson. And then break sacks, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna have more things that come about. So somebody like Self Henry, you bring him into your ball club. So that's who Mike Tomlin want to bring in. So now we hire Self, and then we also retain my defensive coordinator, and we have Mike Tomlin now. So for the staff week, we're set. This is what we're gonna go ahead and run and bring into the Cleveland Browns locker room as something fresh. I think morale is high. I think these guys feel good. And as you can see, as on the team ranking there, our offense was ranked number 4 in points per game, 18 in passing yards, though. I wanted to see that to be a little bit better, but we dominated the run game. Defense, we was ninth in points per game. We was fourth in pass yards and first in rush yards to stop the run. So we have a pretty good team and we're retaining most of those guys. So let's go ahead and change the schemes up. But we're gonna run with vertical power run, which is 86% of our scheme anyway. We don't have to worry about getting power backs because these guys will be able to do exactly what we need to do in that scheme. And then we're gonna switch it and make sure that we are doing 4-3, and that matches our scheme. And then we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna let our guy bring in the Chargers playbook. If you're new to this series, one thing I'm big about is when I hire a head coach, I let him hire the coordinators and I let him run what the coordinator specialty is, whether it's whatever their scheme is, offensively or defensively. I let him run that. So here we are. We are set and we are ready now to go into the re-signing period. So you notice we got about $2 million. We don't really have nothing. So we want Justin Simmons back, but Justin Simmons decides he wants to play for another 2 years. He wants to play until he's 33. That season reinvigorated him. He feels great, but he doesn't have interest to come back. Probably because he knows he can hit the market and get more money. And he knows that we don't have any money, even though he excelled greatly on this team. I don't like that, but I'm gonna have to deal with it. Devin Bush, thank you. You don't want to come back. I do believe you should go somewhere where you can start. You're a definitely good player. Thank you for everything. Isaiah, you have some interest. And Isaiah only want 1.2 million to come back. I offer him 2. Come on back. So I got Isaiah Simmons back. We got 180 K left. Cameron Thomas didn't really get in. He's a backup to Myles Garrett. So it's better to probably bring in a rookie or somebody to learn from Myles Garrett, but Myles Garrett not going anywhere anytime soon. So go get your money, Cam, and go to another team. David Bell, when he was able to get in due to injury from one of our receivers, he performed. He doesn't want to come back. He believes that he can go somewhere and get he can fight for a starting position elsewhere. Salute. I'm not mad at you. Same thing with Nathaniel. Jamin Davis, I would think about bringing you back, but you asking for a 4-year, $24 million contract with a $16 million signing bonus when I don't remember you touching the field once. You can't get that with the Cleveland Browns. I'm sorry, buddy. All these other guys, we're good. We appreciate you. Thank you for everything. But I think we're kind of set in who our guys are going forward. So let's head to free agency. And we need some money, y'all. I don't know who's in free agency right now. Matter of fact, let's go look to know how much money we may need. So quarterbacks, it's a dud. It's a dud in the draft too. If you don't have your quarterback by now, you're gonna struggle again. So best of luck to those guys. We don't need a running back. Running back market is not that hot anyway. I'm glad we got ours out the previous draft. We do need a fullback. We do need a fullback with this scheme. I'm gonna look at that. I don't know if any of these guys gonna get an offer, but we might can get a low offer to bring one of these guys in to be able to run our scheme. Wide receiver is nothing really dynamic out there. We still got our same 3 guys. Look, Deontay is back in free agency. Would I use any money on any of these guys? The true answer, that some of these guys bring Donovan People-Jones back? No. I mean, most of these guys, they don't even want to come here anyway. They don't believe. I don't want nobody that don't believe in us. I mean, Rashid is the only one that seemed like he is a good person to bring in, but he has no interest, and that's cool. So we're not worried about it. Tight end, this free agency is dull. We don't really need nothing on the line, especially not something to pay big money for. It's not out there. We don't need a left end. DT will good. Right end is not anyone that will go and try to spend the bank for. So we might be good. We're good at linebacker. All of everything we might do might come from the draft, y'all, honestly. And cornerbacks, nothing's really out there. To be honest, like nothing that we'll go for. The only thing that we're thinking about is trading. Look, he got 7 offers quickly. I already knew that wasn't gonna be a thing for us to be able to bring back. We do have to think of, because I don't think Isaiah can run free safety. We do have to find another safety to bring in to take that spot. Yeah, we might be in a rock and a hard place. Do we bring in Ashton Davis for now? He don't really want to come here. You got Eddie Jackson. You got these guys. We might have to reach in the draft a little bit, y'all. We might have to reach in the draft. Do we really need to restructure? We got 15 million right now. The one thing that I wanted to do is look at trading Jerome Ford and getting rid of him. Let's see what we can get for Jerome. Who wants Jerome? Who wants Jerome? Let's see. Washington. And they want to give us a free safety to kind of help fill that gap. Let's talk to Washington for a second. So you want to give us Jeremy Reeves. Let's look at him. Let's look at his contract. That's what I'm worried about. He got 1 year remaining. Total salary cap hit 3.44 million. Okay. The one guy that I do like from the Commanders is younger, a little bit more speed on him, and rides the bench. It's Percy Butler. Let's take a look at Percy. Percy, 92 speed, a bit faster. I can switch to free safety. He's better in the zone or hybrid than he is run support for sure. Let's look at his contract. 1 year remaining. Cap hit 1.3. I'd rather bring him in. He doesn't have interest right now, but I'd rather bring him in and at least get some type of compensation. And then so if I'm taking Percy, I want to see if I can get a 4th round. So y'all can go ahead and take your 5th round back. Would you give me a 4th round for Percy? Let's do that. And y'all get Jerome Ford. They did it. They cool with it. So now we got our free safety. Now, is that our permanent free safety? Of course not, but we got a free safety. So let's go ahead and look at the depth, because don't forget, we still got Ronnie Hickman too, but these guys, like we can move him over as well, but I'm gonna move Percy over to free. I feel like he's definitely better. This is what we're gonna go with for now. This is what we look like. So now the next question is Denzel Ward, y'all. Denzel Ward. We talked about trading him away, getting assets, because there's no packages for him. There's no trade packages for Denzel. And the reason why, y'all, is I think it's the penalty. I think it's the penalty. There's no way there's no trade packages for a 91, 92 cornerback that's a superstar. You can't tell me that. Yeah. Yeah, 3 years remaining. Cap hit 17 million, 55 total on the salary. We're gonna have to in 2 years we're gonna have to pay him 34 million. He costs a lot. And I think that's why there's no offers for him, because I don't think we can afford the penalty. So I'm gonna add him to the trading block. We don't have to break the bank to try to get anybody else right now. So we'll just roll with that. So that's what it's gonna look like. We still got 15 million. Is it anybody in free agency that stands out? No, not for us to break the bank for. Yeah. There's really no holes to be filled. Now, I do like Barry Browning. I feel like we can put on the line for sure. As a star dev, I like him. Would he want to come here? I doubt it. But I would just be adding him to a group of mediocre right in defensive linemen anyway. So no, we have 3 middle linebackers. The only thing that we may need to fill is a backup to he's expecting that 24 million is crazy. A backup to Jeremiah, but maybe that's something we can find in the draft. It's not anyone that really fits the scheme. And if we're gonna go, well, I like him. He's 24. Has 90 speed. He actually was out of Auburn. He was actually in the draft, but they let him go. We can get him. 3 years, 3 million a year is not bad. And kind of let him be behind Jeremiah and he fits the scheme. I'll bring him in. We're good at cornerback. We're gonna roll with what we have. And like I said, we can draft. He got 7 so far. So that's where we at, y'all. We gonna roll with that. That's all we can do in free agency. We just gotta let it be that. All right, so now with us being in week 2 of free agency, let's see if we at least got nope. But we still in the hunt. We still in the hunt for Eugene Asante. So that's fine. So the biggest thing I'm thinking about is that I think we'll be okay at corner, right? When you kind of look at where we are with cornerback, like I said, we got Denzel Ward. When we kind of go and we look at his stats of where he was, big uptick, 82 actual tackles, 5 tackles for a loss, 3 interceptions, right around what he does, 8 pass deflections, 1 touchdown. So pretty decent season, right? But I do think that we can have, let me go this way. Because my thought process is trade Denzel and get a wide receiver. Bring somebody in, find that wide receiver one that can come in and be that target for us that maybe Shedeur needs. I don't want to go in the season with my main guys still being Judy, Tillman, and Thrash. I think Thrash really showed that he can do a lot of things. We need an upgrade from Tillman. I like Tillman as he can be in 4 downs. He could be a good backup, but I just feel like if we can swap salaries for another good wide receiver, and why not bring him in? So that's my thought process. So let's go and look at the team real fast. When it comes to defense, like I said, interceptions, Denzel Ward was there, but Newsome was right there too. Newsome had a pretty good season. I feel like Newsome can keep up and kind of take that role. He three tackles for a loss, 5 tackles for a loss, 3 interceptions. Denzel had 8 pass deflections. Newsome had 3. Fumble recovery. And they played the same amount of downs. Maybe 20 more snaps for Denzel Ward. So Newsome, for not being a superstar or anything like Denzel, was kind of right in line with doing the same things. If he would have had those same snaps, probably could have got some of these same things. So I don't think it's a huge drop off with what we're looking at. So I just want to shop around and see what the wide receiver landscape look if we was to trade Denzel to a team. What receiver will we get back in return and that we can afford, because we're not trying to take a bigger bill, right? So let's go and look. So Buccaneers, Evans is older. They got Godwin. We wouldn't want to take those contracts. Cardinals just got Marvin Harrison Jr. We wouldn't want that. Some of these guys are staple guys. Michael Pittman, 6'4", 223. Only thing is, I don't think he. I would want someone else. Honestly, Terry, that's a commander. We ain't gonna get him. CD Lamb, no. Maybe Waddle is someone to look at. Maybe he wants to go somewhere else. The only thing is that $30 million penalty. I just don't know about it. To take that on, I would look at Devontae Smith, maybe a guy to bring on possibly, and he fits our scheme for the Eagles, former Super Bowl champions. Brandon Ayuk intrigues me, but do you see the -43 on the savings? That's the only reason why. Let's look at his contract. Ain't no way. These 2025 11 mil, 2026 16 mil, and then we have to foot a $40 million bill for him. Footing that $40 million bill, what would he be? By that time, he would be what? Wait, 27? Be about 29 going on 30. We don't want a 30-year-old wide receiver for that for $40 million during that time. That's the only reason why. No. Malik Neighbors, Jaguars don't have. This is intriguing. Jets are kind of in that rebuilding a little bit era. They got Justin Fields. I don't think they did too much. They got Deshaun Watson, Breece Hall. They went and got Rashid. Rashid to bring in. Let's take a look at this Garrett Wilson contract. This could be an option to bring in. He got 2 years remaining, $6 million now, $19 million coming up. We'll get Denzel off the books. We might have to look at him. And he fits our scheme. We might have to look at Garrett Wilson. I don't know what it'll take to get him, but Garrett Wilson is definitely a possibility. Do we look at Jameson Williams? That's another one that we can bring in. 6'2", can run, 98 speed. Good change of directions, good target to have. I don't see any downsides of bringing him in. They will have to give us some picks too to bring in with him. He had a fairly decent season. I mean, he had over 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns, but his contract looked like 2 years. Same thing as Garrett Wilson. I mean, if I can get a Garrett Wilson and pay the same bill, if I'm gonna pay the same bill for him, I'll probably rather get a Garrett Wilson. But Jameson Williams would be somebody to look at if we can't get a deal done for Garrett Wilson. Everybody else, no one really stands out. I mean, I can go for a Pickens, but I don't think Tomlin wants to bring him in. Maybe a DJ Moore, but like he's 28. He's 28. I don't want to bring nobody in on a big contract that is that age. I saw T. Higgins, but nope. So I'm interested in Garrett Wilson. Let's see. So if we go after Garrett Wilson, that will also give the Jets Sauce and Denzel to be on that team, which will make their defense elite. They can figure that out on their own. But let's entertain it. So let's see if we can get a deal done. Would y'all do it straight up? Close. They want some compensation. They want some compensation from us, which we have picks. We finally got a deal. We gave them Denzel Ward, a 2025 fourth, 2025 fifth, 6th, and 7th. That's only because we don't feel like this draft is deep, and we feel like we can work with what we have. Still go and get a cornerback out the draft because it's there. The receivers is pretty much trash if we go look at the receivers. But it helps us out. So now when we go and look, they get 2 great corners. They got Denzel and Sauce. Congratulations, Jets. Do your thing. But when it comes to us, we now have our receiver. So Shador got a guy he can throw to. We got our running backs, but you now have a Garrett Wilson that you can throw this ball to. We got our wide receiver 1. So we got Garrett. We got Judy in the slot. We got we got Thrash that we're going to have on the outside. Tillman is going to be that backup. He's going to be that guy that comes in. Or him, and they're going to have to battle it out. But we got our guy for now. So we good. We talked about trading Denzel throughout the season. We went ahead and got it done. We still only got 980 cap space. That's cool. We fine with that. Let's go ahead and go into the next week. All right. So now we got the end part of free agency. Justin Simmons went to the Raiders. Good luck to you, but thank you for everything you did for the Browns. You got these young guys ready. We appreciate you. Best of luck to you, big dog. Nothing big came off the table. Honestly, there's just some guys here. We're good with what we're gonna roll into in the seasons with. So I mean, we negative 1.9 million in cap. So we might have to do a release or two. So let me look here. We gonna, I guess, continue to roll with Troy. But we might not have to do a release because Jack, can you give us anything? Yes, he can. He can give us 6.4 million. I appreciate you, Jack. I really do. But we in a positive. So we good. We good with free agency. So we're gonna go to free agency recap. And then we're gonna do some private workouts. So first, let's go ahead and scout some of these players. So like I said, we're not really looking at quarterback. We're not looking at halfback. We're not going to waste some picks. And then here, some of these guys, Weeks is probably going to be taken off the board fast. They're going to probably project him early when he's around 2 or 3 talent. Shelton is what he said he is. Brandon Kitchen is not. These guys are not. I'm pretty sure they'll be picked quick for no reason. Guys like this is who we want to look at. We want to look at a Javion Murray. I know we had Leslie Locke at 6'5" on our radar. We can keep him there just to see if he falls to day 3, but I doubt if it's somebody that we'll pick up. Another one is Anthony Graves. We'll keep him on our radar. He's projected day 3, but he's around 3 and 4 talent. Now, here's one that we want to take a look at. Barry Thomas. Barry Thomas is projected day 3, but he's around 1 and 2 talent. Let's see what we got. Catching traffic is good. His deep route release is not good. His catching is average. He lacks discipline. Excel at creating yards after catch. He can definitely do that. Great speed. Runs a 4.3. Elite acceleration. I like that. Like I said, good catching traffic. He just can't release. Short route. It got to be the intangibles that they got him as a round 1 and 2 talent. Anyway, we'll keep him on our radar. Timmy Acosta on our radar. Johnny Crockett, another one on our radar. We don't have to do nothing big to scout these guys, just because they're already scouted for us. Tight end, nothing really here, and I wouldn't waste our time on it. We did take a look at Nick as a left tackle, and he's pretty much what they say he is, around 1 and 2 talent. I'm not mad at that. I think we was looking at Ben Morris a little bit. I might scout him just to see where he's at. Nothing on the left guard, nothing on the centers we was really looking at. Let's see. Now, right tackle, you have Miguel Torres. He's projected to be around 2 and 3 talent. That means he's probably won't be there. If teams didn't scout him, they'll probably pick him up first or pick him up early. So we'll bypass him, because we was also expecting Jack and them to retire, but they're still here. So we got another season where we don't have to panic on picking up somebody else to take these spots. Anybody here stands out? I mean, we can take a look at them if we want to. I know we was going to scout James Younger. He might be one that I might look at. Got some linebackers here. Now we have Oscar Charleston, who is, projected round 3 and 4. He's around 1 and 2 talent. That's good. Same way with Dorian Richardson. And then I'm going to take Mike Burloff just because we won't go that high for a middle linebacker. I feel like we're set. Right, linebacker, we're not looking at. Here's our bread and butter. We have to look at some of these cornerbacks and put them on our radar and really scout them, because somebody is going to come in for our team for sure. And then the same thing with a free safety. We did Brandon Douglas. He's around 2 and 3 talent. We can take a look at Kyle Bolden if we want to. Jabari Levins, he's run support. Shaq Dixon, Devontae Brown, we can take a look at him. But let's do Shaq Dixon. All right, and we'll go from there. I know the scouting prospects is the boring part, but we just want to kind of bring in the right guys. So I want to take a look at some of these cornerbacks. So Junior, I want to take a look at him. Free safety, we already looked at Douglas. I said I could have known. I swore I added more. Let's take a look at 6'2" Kyle Bolden. And I'll even take a look at Dixon. All right. And it's time to go to the draft, y'all. It's draft week. It's draft week. So let's head into the draft.
Every career starts as a dream, a belief that someday you'll join the greats and line up next to them on the same field, in the same league. That dream required incredible sacrifice just to even make it to this point.
All right, we appreciate y'all. Let's go. Let's advance to next user pick. And let's make our selection. So Barlow, I didn't think Mike Barlow would be there, but he's there. Barnett and Kyle Bolden is there. So let's look at Kyle Bolden. Kyle Bolden runs a 5'2". Bench press is good. Vertical jump is good. Good speed. He got good everything. A awareness, A catching, B man, B pursuit, Kyle Bolden is a beast. Now let's go check out Junior Barnett. Junior Barnett, 6'3", 180 cornerback. He runs a 4.5. His speed is not there. It's not all that, but BB, A hit power. He gets injured a lot. That's gonna drop him. That's gonna drop him. He got good coverage and man coverage, and zone coverage, but I just think his ability to get injured is what's dropping him down. Let me look at Brandon Douglas. I think we are in a space to where we have to take Kyle Bolden just because of his intangibles of what he can do. Physical, savvy defender, has a motor, often looks to rip the ball, shows good discipline. He scouted to us. I don't see why we don't take Kyle Bolden when we need to fill that free safety spot and pretty much replace Justin Simmons. We take Kyle Bolden. Welcome to the team, Kyle. B-. We drafted, ranked at 47. True value, we draft him at 25. They may feel like it's a reach, but scouting report will make plays in the zone. Concerns about his speed. He lacks hit power, but 91, 89, 88, 87, 89, 73, 6'2", 218, hybrid, hit and dev. Good on injury. I say we made the right pick. So let's go ahead and skip ahead to the next user. So let's see what's there. Now we got 2 picks coming up. Now we will want to go cornerback. Deacon Bolden is here. We didn't really scout him. Dixon is still there. Rivers. So let's look at Deacon Bolden. Great speed, runs a 4.3, strong, 3-cone drill. Agility is there, 20-yard shuffle. I like that. C catching, B man, C man, B press, B zone coverage. He's not bad. I don't see why we don't possibly go for Deacon Bolden, 5'11", 205. That's a short cornerback. Let's take a look at Rivers really quick. Oh, nah. I feel like we go Deacon, y'all. Let's get it. B. Okay. Was ranked at 29. We drafted him at 53. Good pick. Understanding to execute zone assignments fast enough. Needs more time and field room. That's okay. 91, 92, 89, 93 speed. Hit and delve. Another great pick. Another great pick to add to the future of this team. So I can dig it. I can dig it. So we got another pick coming up here in a second. And let's go take a look. So Sheldon Rivers is still here. I was kind of taking a peek at him. I'm a little earlier. He's still here and he's still available. What also is catching my eye is the center, Alex Robinson here. Let's take a look. So he has some great intangibles. He's top 10 in all the things when it comes to centers. A lead block, B awareness, pass blocking effectiveness is not there. Certain things is not there. Is it somebody you pick in the second round? Probably not. We might have to continue to take a look at Rivers. Concentration drops, body control, shows good discipline, solid speed, bench reps, vertical. He's strong. Like I said, the catching, he can't catch, but he can block. Spectacular catches there. He can carry. Man, a rock in a hard place. Brendan Kitchen, he's been downgraded to some things. We would have to go with him. It would only make sense. I mean, we can go Dion Givens. Or we can go Charleston before he's taken. Let's take Charleston. He's around 1 or 2 talent. I think him and Brooks maybe can do something. I know that we have Baker, but Baker is a rental. Oscar is ranked 30th. We draft him at 57. Good pick, good instincts, read and diagnose plays, rarely miss tackles, big hits galore. So good pickup for us. Another hit and delve player. We on fire in this draft, y'all. 84 acceleration, 80 agility, 74 change of direction, 84 speed. He got some strength. Good pickup for us. Good pickup. Let's go ahead and skip ahead. So we right back on the clock. We're in the 3rd round. Eventually, we're going to have to find a receiver. Brendan Kitchens. No. Going our favorites. And here we go. I see you, Barry. Now, Barry is projected round 1 and 2, and he's sitting there. I'm torn because it's like, do I trust my scouts? You're talking about a possible B awareness, possible A carrying, A catching traffic, C catching, can get injured. Juke moves are not really there. Short route, blah. Medium route, blah. I don't know what's so great about them, but they project them as a round 1 and 2 talent. If I trust my scouts, I grab them. As if I'm trusting my scouts. B-. Barry was ranked 50. We draft him at 85. Sudden hands make catches look easy. Secure hands with defenders in the vicinity. Not a burner, but decent speed. Not a burner. He's 93 speed. He's 93 speed. Hey, I guess that's what you get when you trust your scouts. I trusted my scouts, and they are bringing in some guys for us. All right, we in fourth round. Let's see what's out there. So we got our cornerback, we got our free safety, we got our middle linebacker. Let's see what's out there now. Dennis Callahan is still there. Wouldn't take any of these guys. Now you got Javon Murray sitting here as a third, fourth round pick. Got a lot of D's. Day three. So Reggie Johnson actually fits the scheme. Pretty good speed. Nothing really stands out. Timmy Acosta, 6 foot. Here we go left tackle and bring in Ben Morris. Let's go left tackle. Let's see what Ben Morris got. He did all that, and it's a D. Okay. Excels at zone run schemes, gets caught blocking at air at times, needs to become NFL strong. All right. So that pick was most likely a dud, but that's all right. Like I said, we already knew this draft wasn't deep with why don't I go into the NFL roster. We knew this draft wasn't deep the way that past drafts was, or the one that we just had previously. That's why we was okay with giving away most of our picks. So at this point now we're just trusting the scouts. I can go Javon Murray and say, hey, we can get a day 3 guy that's a third and fourth round talent, easy. Same way with a Timmy, and bring another wide receiver in. And that's what we're gonna do. When we trust the scouts, it seemed like it works out for us. Very reliable hands, fast on tape, average catch ability, 91 speed, 6 foot. Good change of direction, good jumping. So we bringing some guys in. I think we may have one more pick because I think we gave away the 6th and the 7th rounds, if I'm not mistaken. Now at this point, we are just trying to see what is possibly there. We got a middle linebacker already. We picked up a left tackle. The left tackle wasn't all of that. Let's look at this guy. 6'4", 317. He can pass block for sure. Run block is so-so, but he can pass block. Do we bring in Devin Pratt? I mean, what would it hurt? There's only so many wide receivers you can bring in. I don't really think it's really no more cornerbacks to bring in. These are day 3 guys. Let's bring them in. Ain't no harm in it. C plus. I'm not mad at it. Uses strength and techniques. Gets caught blocking. Is he strong enough? Hey, we knew this draft wasn't deep, y'all. We knew it wasn't deep, so I ain't tripping. These last picks, I ain't gonna have you sit through. All right, y'all. That's it. That's the draft. And let's look at the recap. Let's see what we did. So we got some guys, and like I said, we already knew these first 4 of 5 picks was gonna be the best picks because the draft wasn't deep at all. So we got Kyle Bolden, who can come in and start right now, that we picked up. Hybrid from Utah, good. We got Deacon Bolden, a great replacement. As we got rid of Denzel to bolster our DB room, to get a little bit better. We had to pick up Oscar Charleston. I mean, he was projected to go late round, and our scouts did a great job finding a diamond. And we brought him in. We picked up Barry Thomas. That was another person that our scout team did a great job scouting. And he's coming in who can possibly make an impact and take somebody's spot. 93 speed. Like, it's going to have to be some competition once again in the preseason. And then we just got some filler guys here that we brought in, to the team. So we're shaping up. We're getting ready to where we know what we're looking like going into this season. Coming up, we're a little bit under the salary cap, but when cut days come, we'll fix that for sure. So we're rolling with Shador and Dylan Gabriel at the quarterback position. We have Quinshawn that is back with Dylan and Pierre as a backup. These are my guys. As you can see, the actual growth and development. You see Shador got QB of the future now. Dylan has nothing. Justin's got the day one starter. Dylan got the future starter. We got them developed. We brought in an award winner. We brought in Garrett Wilson. Garrett Wilson coming in, joining Jerry Jeudy and Cedric Tillman and Jamari Thrash. But we also went and got Barry Thomas to join this team as well, with 3 other rookies to come in, and Javon and Timmy to the team. So we can definitely welcome them to the team. And then we have David Njoku and Harold Fannin Jr. holding down that tight end spot as normal. And then we have DeJuan, but we got him brought in a few backups. These guys ain't starting no time soon, but we just brought in some filler guys, people that we can bring in some more bodies on the roster. We still got Tevin. We still got Joel on the team to be here and do their thing. We still got Ethan. We still got Wyatt Taylor here, the OG. And we still got our OGs at right tackle on the team as well. Defensive side, Myles Garrett, Defensive Player of the Year, still here to wreak havoc. He got his backups here. We still have Joe. Joe is going to be the starter full time this season. I think he earned that, especially in the playoff game. And we still got Ogbo. Right here, we got our guy Mike Hall Jr., who took a huge step. But look at Mason Graham. He's developed too. And we still got Malik Collins. And then we got Jawan Briggs to fill the inside of the line. I think these guys are going to take a huge step. And we still got Carson Swessinger. I think he had an amazing season. Definitely stepped in. And we got Jordan Brooks. And Baker is now on the trading block, y'all. Baker's on the trading block. Charleston will be assuming that role as a rookie. He's considered a day one starter. Hicks is just that mentor, getting that linebacker group together and ready to go. And we got Jeremiah and we got Eugene. So we're set at linebacker. I love the linebacker room. Here's where it gets exciting. Took a huge gamble of getting rid of Denzel Ward and Newsome being able to get the opportunity to show that he is the number one corner on the team. I think he earned that opportunity. Martin Emerson, I think he has been dying for the opportunity to get more playing time to show that he can also come on the field and make an impact. And then we have Deacon Bolden, that's there. I think he'll be interchanged a little bit between if I'm gonna have to figure out who I'm gonna run nickel, because Deacon can easily come in and win his starting position, y'all, over Emerson. I mean, he's coming in with that much talent and he's ready to go. And I like that. And we still got my guy Cameron Mitchell. We still got Nick. We still got some guys that needs to be developed, but I think we're okay. Cal Bolden coming in to start. Percy Butler is going to be the backup that we picked up. I like this. I think I want to see what he does in those situations where he might have to get interceptions or make plays. But I think he can step in his role, and I think he's ready for it. Grant is Grant. Grant has had an amazing season, and he's going to continue to have an amazing season. We still got Ronnie Hickman. We still got Isaiah Simmons to help with that nickel spot. And that's the team, y'all. I think we're ready to run it back. We're going to go into training camp. And after training camp, I think we're ready to just run it back, but even better. We got Mike Tomlin running the actual offense. I think we're well, not the offense, but running the team. We picked up Seth Henry to run the offense. I think we're ready. I think we're primed to see a lot of these guys take off and be much better down the line. So that was the off season. Next video, we'll get into training camp and preseason. If it's some moves that you wish I would have made, or if it was some moves that you actually like, or stuff, anything you want to see, man, come in, let me know. You know, a few of you guys did come in, and I definitely took it in consideration because those were some definitely good ideas. So hopefully we proud of what we picked up, what we did in free agency, what we did in the trading, and what we did in the draft to get this team ready to compete, and that ultimate goal, get to a Super Bowl. So thank you for chilling with Rich Chill and Play. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, salute.